So good morning, everyone, and thank you to everyone in attendance. I'd like to call to order the January 27th, 2025 meeting of the County of Perth Land Division Committee. I'd like to make note that what will be shown on the screen for those viewing at home is our remote meeting platform, whereby whoever is speaking will be shown predominantly with smaller images of the members and staff attending along the edge of the screen. The agenda for this meeting hearing has been posted online at perthcounty.ca. If you'd like to follow along, please feel free to access it now. I will remind all committee members, staff, and any others participating in the meeting to please mute your microphones when not in use to reduce feedback. As this meeting is being held remotely, the Secretary Treasurer will call each of the members' names and each member will respond if they are in favor or opposed to the motion, and the chair will announce the result of the vote. Before we proceed, we will confirm attendance of the committee members by roll call. Councillor McKenzie. So good morning, everyone, and thank
I'm
you
here.
Everyone in attendance. I'd like to call to order the January 27th, 2025 meeting of the County of Perth Land Division Committee. I'd like to make note that what will be shown on the screen for those viewing at home is our remote meeting platform, whereby whoever is speaking will be shown predominantly with. There we go. Sorry, the live was going on as I was talking. I don't know if you could hear that. Okay. Sorry about that. So Councillor McKenzie.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Councillor McDermott.
Here.
Councillor Wilhelm.
Present.
Councillor Trentowski.
Here.
And Councillor Duncan.
Here.
Okay, thank you. So item 2 on the agenda is the election of the 2025 chair and vice chair. I'd like to call on the committee for nominations for the position of chair for the Land Division Committee for the year 2025. The floor is now open for nominations. Councillor
nominate Matt.
Councillor McDermott.
I was going to nominate Councillor Duncan.
Okay, and is that what you said as well, Councillor Wilhelm?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. Councillor Duncan, do you accept the nomination?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So I have a motion that the Perth County Land Division Committee nominates Councillor Duncan for the position of chair. Do I have a mover? Councillor Trentowski, and seconded by Councillor McDermott. Councillor McKenzie, how do you vote?
Yes.
Okay. Councillor Trentowski?
Yes.
Councillor Wilhelm?
Yes.
Councillor McDermott?
Yes.
And Councillor Duncan?
Yes.
Okay, great. There is one more motion for this, saying for the chair position, and that is that the Perth County Land Division Committee elects Councillor Duncan as the chair for 2025. Can I have a motion? Councillor McDermott, seconded by Councillor McKenzie. Councillor Wilhelm, how do you vote?
Yes.
Councillor McKenzie?
Yes.
Councillor Duncan?
Yes.
Councillor Trentowski?
Yes.
And Councillor McDermott?
Yes.
Okay, that is carried. Now we will move into nominations for the vice chair position for the Land Division Committee for 2025. Do we have any nominations for the position of vice chair? Councillor McDermott?
I would nominate Councillor Dukowski. Sorry about that.
Councillor Trentowski, do you accept this nomination?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Can I have a motion that the Perth County Land Division Committee nominates Councillor Trentowski for the position of vice chair? Councillor Duncan, seconded by Councillor Wilhelm. Councillor McKenzie, how do you vote?
Yes.
Councillor Trentowski?
Yes.
Councillor Duncan?
Yes.
Councillor Wilhelm?
Yes.
Councillor McDermott?
Yes.
That's carried. Just one more motion here, and that is that the Perth County Land Division Committee elects Councillor Trentowski as the vice chair for 2025. Councillor McKenzie, and seconded by Councillor Wilhelm. Councillor McKenzie, how do you vote?
Yes.
Councillor Trentowski?
Yes.
Councillor Duncan?
Yes.
Councillor Wilhelm?
Yes.
And Councillor McDermott?
Yes.
That is carried. So at this time, I will hand over the duties of chair to our chair, Counselor Duncan.
Thank you. Welcome, everyone. We'll start out with disclosure of pecuniary interest. Anyone has any, they can declare now or anytime throughout the meeting. Seeing none, we'll move along. I have a motion that the Land Division Committee approve the agenda for January 27, 2025. Moved by Councillor Wilhelm, seconded by Councillor McDermott.
Counselor McKenzie, how do you vote?
Yes.
Counselor Trentowski,
Yes.
Counselor Wilhelm,
Yes.
Counselor McDermott,
Yes.
Chair Duncan.
Yes, that's carried. Thank you, everyone. We have previous minutes. We've got a motion that the Land Division Committee approve the minutes from November 25th, 2024 Land Division Committee meeting. A motion to put those on the floor. Councillor McKenzie, seconded by Councillor Wilhelm. Questions or comments to those minutes? Seeing none, we'll call the vote.
Counselor Trentowski, how do you vote?
Yes.
Counselor McDermott,
Yes.
Counselor Wilhelm,
Yes.
Counselor McKenzie,
Yes.
Chair Duncan.
Yes, that's carried. Thanks, everyone. Okay, we have item 6, hearing of applications for consent. Item 6.1, application for consent to sever B 4323 for 5728 line 34. Haley.
Apologies. Through the chair, Michelle, is it for 4082 Perth line 72?
Sorry, I may have had the wrong thing on there. Sorry, let me just double check the address. The address is for 4083 line 72. So that's my apologies, Chair Duncan. I had the wrong
Apologies,
address.
everyone. No, that's not a
Yes.
problem.
I just wanted to double check. Sorry about that. Thank you. I will share my screen. Good morning, committee members. I will be presenting consent application B4724 submitted by Gary Martin on behalf of Gospel Echoes for lands municipally known as 4082 Perth line 72. The applicant is intending to create a residential lot with an easement that will provide access to the parking lot on the retained lands. The subject lands are designated as village in the county official plan and zoned Special Highway Commercial Zone C3-3. The county official plan policies avoid conflicting or incompatible land uses. The C3-3 zone allows for all permitted uses in addition to retail stores, personal service shops, financial institutions, business professional offices, clinics, carpentry workshops, one residential unit, and accessory uses. The exterior side yard is set at 6 meters. The applicant has also submitted an application to rezone the subject lands from Special Highway Commercial Zone C3-3 to Special Hamlet Village Residential Zone to allow for the development of a single detached dwelling on the subject lands. A site-specific zoning has also been proposed to allow for a reduction in the rear yard setback from 7.5 meters to 5 meters and a lot frontage of 30 meters to 20.12 meters. The zone change application will be brought to a public meeting in the future. Public notice was provided to property owners on October 28th. The adjacent property owner to the east of the subject lands opposes the severance and rezoning of the property to residential. They are concerned that a residential lot will hinder future expansion of their business. The owner also believes that the provided property sketch does not reflect the current use. As the subject lands already contain a residential dwelling, no additional restrictions would be placed on neighboring land uses. Additionally, the applicant has completed a compatibility study according to the provincial D6 guideline to identify any potential adverse impacts created by the subject application. No potential adverse impacts were found upon review of the submitted study. The application proposes to sever 0.45 hectares for a residential development with an easement that will have a frontage of 20 meters and an area of 674 square meters. Existing uses on the site include a thrift store and associated accessory uses. The proposal aligns with broader objectives of maintaining compatible land uses and optimizing existing infrastructure. Staff are of the opinion that this application will positively contribute to the community and encourage responsible development within the area, ensuring that growth is responsive to local needs while protecting the natural environment, including the walking trail to the north. Staff recommend that the Land Division Committee approve the consent application subject to the proposed conditions. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Haley. Okay, I think we have a couple of attendees.
Yeah, it looks like we have only Gary Martin, who is the applicant online. I will bring him into the meeting now.
Okay.
Hi, Gary, you're in the meeting now. If you'd like to unmute, you can speak. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. Can you hear me? Okay. Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you for the opportunity to speak today at this meeting. My name is Gary Martin, and I'm with the Gospel Echoes team located in Millbank. My position here is Regional Director. I'd just like to make a few comments regarding the retained lands owned by Gospel Echoes. About 10 years ago, we built an addition on the west side of the commercial building, and then last year we built another addition to the east side, which is currently retail space for our store, known as the Millbank Thrift Store. With these building additions, along with the requirements for the parking area and water storage, fire routes, and a new septic system, it maximizes most of the area of the lot while leaving a triangular shaped area at the back of the property that isn't large enough to build another commercial building. Currently, my wife and I are living in the residential unit that is attached to the existing building, and we are proposing to utilize the remaining unused land at the back of the property to personally build a new house that would include an in-law suite to potentially share with our aging parents or serve as multi-generational housing with our growing family. That's all I have at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. All right, Michelle, we have no one looking to speak in opposition to the application.
We received a couple comments which were forwarded to the committee, but it doesn't look like they're in attendance this morning.
Okay, and no one willing to speak in support of the application?
No, nobody else.
Okay. Questions, comments from committee? Councillor Trentowski?
Thanks, Chair Duncan, through you. My question is for planning staff. On the compatibility study that was completed by the applicant, I was curious to learn why the property immediately adjacent to the east was not considered in the compatibility study.
Through the chair, so the compatibility study was done for industrial uses because that is what is required for the D6 guidelines. The property immediately to the east is zoned commercial, so it would have not been part of that study as commercial and residential can coexist.
Thank you.
Okay. I think I seen Bob's hand. Yep, Councillor Wilhelm?
Yes, is there a concern with the implement dealer beside creating dust and noise during the day, which might not be totally compatible with residential?
Through the chair, they would have to go through site plan if they were to expand their business due to the commercial use. They would have to go through site plan control if they were expanding. I believe off the top of my head, it's 25% increase. So they would be considering noise and dust control in that site plan agreement. That would have no effect on the residential property because it would be an existing use, and then the site plan would be applied for afterwards.
If I may, then, so if this was to proceed, it could impede the growth of the implement dealer.
Through the chair, technically, but there's already existing residential buildings around the property, as well as the existing residential dwelling that Gary had mentioned previously. But that would be from the site plan itself, not technically the residential existing.
Anything else, Councilor Wilhelm?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councilor McDermott, I seen your hand up.
Yeah, no, I was just going to mention that there are there are other houses by, and if they were doing anything, those would be part of the scope of what they would have to do, and that there already is a residential component to the gospel. So it would be everything. Putting the house there is not going to exactly change a whole lot about what they would have to do if they did want to expand. But I understand the concerns being it's an industrial or commercial business that they would want to make sure that they are okay in the future to expand.
Okay. Anything else from any of the committee members? Okay. I don't see any more questions, so I've got a motion here. Land Division Committee receives the application for consent to sever B4724 Gospel Echoes Team Report, and that the Land Division Committee approves the application for consent to sever B4724 submitted by Gary Martin for the lands described as Lot 16, Concession 7, Mornington Ward, Township of Perth East, subject to the conditions in the report. I ask for a mover for that motion. Councilor McDermott, seconder. Councilor Trentowski. Any
Councilor
more
McKenzie.
questions or comments? Okay, go ahead, Michelle.
Sorry about that. Councilor McKenzie, how do you vote?
Yes.
Councilor Trentowski,
Yes.
Councilor McDermott,
Yes.
Councilor Wilhelm,
Yes.
and Chair Duncan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. That's carried. 7.1 consent file status report, January 2025. Michelle?
Thank you. Okay, so since our last report and as of January 20th, we've had 14 new consent applications that are currently in process and 3 applications that were already in process that are still being worked on. No applications were approved through the delegated authority process, and 8 applications have received final approval, for which a certificate of official was sent to the lawyer for registration. Currently, there are 11 applications on hold until the applicant or their solicitor can prepare additional materials or studies that are required. Does anybody have any questions?
Okay, I don't see any questions. Michelle, thank you. So I have a motion that the council receives consent file status report, January 2025 for information. Moved by Councilor McKenzie, seconded by Councilor McDermott.
Councilor Wilhelm, how do you vote?
Yes.
Councilor McKenzie,
Yes.
Councilor McDermott,
Yes.
Councilor Trentowski,
Yes.
Chair Duncan.
Yes, that's carried. Thank you. We have no correspondence, no appeals, no other business, no closed session. Next meeting date, February 24th, 2025. So as long as there's nothing else, I'm gonna call for a motion to adjourn at 9:51 a.m. Moved by Councillor McDermott, seconded by Councillor Wilhelm.
Counselor McKenzie,
Yes.
Counselor Wilhelm,
Yes.
Counselor Trentowski,
Yes.
Counselor McDermott,
Yes.
Chair Duncan.
Yes.
Great. Thank you,
Well,
everyone.
thank you, everyone. Have a great day.